Hello students, today we are to discuss about the pH scale, that is also known as universal indicator. So that's our today's topic. We are to discuss about pH. As we study the meaning of pH, so this P stands for potenge and H stands for hydrogen, and the complete meaning for this one is it is also known as potenge of hydrogen. It's a Latin word that represents, if I represent this in the simpler meaning, then this potenge, it also represents the potential or the power of hydrogen, or in the simpler meaning, it can also be related with the concentration of hydrogen ion in the aqueous solution. Now, as I have said initially, that this pH scale is also known as universal indicator, because all those indicators that we have learned before this, they were having some limitations, such as, if I take only one example for this, if I talk about phenolphthalein has the specific color in different kinds of medium, such as if I talk about the basic medium. So in basic medium this phenolphthalein gives pink color. But if I talk about acidic or in neutral medium, so in both these mediums this remains colorless. So as I have three colorless solution, such as if I make the aqueous solution of hydrochloric acid and keep this in this first container. In the second container, if I take only water, so this is again colorless and there is the presence of only water. For the formation of third solution, if I dissolve sodium hydroxide pellets in water, so this will be the aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide, which is again colorless. Now to identify the behavior of these solutions, if I add phenolphthalein or if I use phenolphthalein as the indicator, so this phenolphthalein, it will turn pink in the presence of sodium hydroxide, since this sodium hydroxide is basic in nature. But if I talk about these two solutions, so in these two solutions the phenolphthalein remains colorless, so you cannot identify that which colorless solution is acidic or which one is neutral in nature. So that is a limitation of phenolphthalein, that it helps us to identify the basic behavior or the basic substance, but you cannot differentiate the acidic or neutral behavior of any solution. But pH works in these three kinds of solution. You will be having the different values of pH for these three solutions. So by the help of these values you can identify that whether out of these three, which one is acidic, which one is basic, or which one is neutral. And this is why we turn as pH, why we take pH as the universal indicator. Basically, if I talk about the practical measurement for any solution, for the pH of any solution, so if I am to measure the pH of these sodium hydroxide pellets, so this pH can be measured only in aqueous solution. So for those substances you are to find the pH. First the work you are to do, that you make the aqueous solution of this substance. Such as if I am to find the pH of sodium hydroxide, or if I have the soil sample, so the first work you dissolve this in water. By dissolving this, after making the aqueous solution of these substance, when we add pH strip to this solution, then according to the behavior of this solution, the color of pH strip will change. According to the color, if I match this color from the standard pH paper color, which has the written value from 1 to 14, and there is a specific color for the each value, such as if I get the color here as yellow, and against the yellow color, if the value that is written here, that's 13. So this value indicates that the pH of this solution is 13. And if the color is something different from this yellow, so you read the value written against this color, and by reading the value you can get what is the pH of this solution. Now if I match this value of pH from the pH range, then according to that you can classify the substance in the acidic, basic, or in neutral category. And the range for different pH solution is If the value of pH is greater than or equal to 0 or it is lesser than 7, then this kind of pH value indicates the presence of acidic behavior of that solution. If the pH value is 7, then this 7 value of pH indicates the neutral behavior of that solution. And if the pH value is greater than 7, but if it is lesser than 14 or equal to 14, then this condition satisfies the presence of basic substance, and this kind of pH value will indicate you that the behavior of this solution is basic in nature. So that is how we can calculate the pH of any solution in laboratory. Now, every time it is not possible to calculate the pH of any solution or to measure the pH of any solution practically. So mathematically we can also calculate this. And for the mathematical calculation of pH, we will be using the definition of pH that defines pH, and pH is defined as the negative logarithm of concentration of hydronium ion. That is the negative logarithm of concentration of hydronium ion in the aqueous solution or concentration of hydrogen ion in the aqueous solution of that substance. If I am to represent this definition in the mathematical form, then for the negative we will use this sign logarithm. It can be represented as log 10, and the concentration of hydronium ion is represented by this square bracket containing H3O plus cation. Here this square bracket here this square bracket containing H3O plus cation indicates the concentration of hydronium ion. And here the concentration is represented in mole per liter, or this kind of representation is also known as molarity. So if the molarity or if the concentration is given to us, then with the help of this we can calculate the pH. Otherwise, if the mass or if the volume of solution is given, then with the help of the formula of molarity we can calculate the pH of that solution. And for the calculation of concentration, we can use the molarity formula. That is, for the calculation of molarity, you are to use the mass of solute divided by the molecular mass of solute. And here we use the volume of solution, volume of aqueous solution in which the solute is dissolved. Here the volume is always taken in liter. So by this formula you can calculate the molarity of solution, and if we have the idea about the molarity, so by calculating this concentration and by putting this in formula we can calculate the pH of any solution. Such as, now we will be having some examples for the calculation of pH, and we will be dividing this in different categories of problems. So now we are to discuss these different problems. And the very first category that is asked for the calculation of pH is, in this category the concentration of hydronium ion is provided to us, and if the concentration of hydronium ion is given to us in the form like 10⁻⁻x mole per liter or 10⁻⁻x molarity, then in this condition the pH will be X. Such as, if the concentration of hydronium ion is given to us as 10⁻⁻ mole per liter, then in this condition we can simply write the molarity of the solution, that will be 5. If I take the another one, like if the concentration of hydronium ion is given to us as 10⁻⁻13 mole per liter, so from the formula pH, by taking the log of this you can calculate the pH, or by the simple trick you can write the 13 value as the pH of this, and from the value 13 you can indicate, then since it comes in the range of basic substance, so this solution is basic in nature, or this hydronium ion concentration represents the presence of basic substance. If question is asked to us in the reverse form, such if they provide pH of any solution to us, and if the pH is given to you as 14 and you are asked to calculate the concentration of hydronium ion for this solution, then For the calculation of hydronium ion concentration, you take the anti-log of this pH. Otherwise, you can directly write the concentration of hydronium ion by taking this value of pH as 10 power negative value. And the value of hydronium ion concentration will be 10 power minus 14. The unit for concentration is molarity. So here the concentration of hydronium ion for this solution with the value of pH 14 will be 10 power minus 14 mole per liter. Now, in case if they don't provide the concentration of hydronium ion to us and they provide concentration of hydroxide ion to us, such as if the concentration of hydroxide ion is given to you as 10 power minus 5 mole per liter and you are asked to calculate the pH for this solution. Now, for the calculation of pH, we require concentration of hydronium ion that is not given here. And instead of concentration of hydronium ion, they have provided the concentration of hydroxide ion. So, with the help of this concentration of hydroxide ion, first we will calculate the pOH. That has the same formula like pH, and the formula is its negative logarithm of concentration of hydroxide ion. Since the concentration of hydroxide ion is 10 power minus 5, so pOH can be calculated in the same pattern what we did in the last 3 examples, and pOH will be 5 for this solution. Now, this was not our aim. We were to calculate pH, but now we are having the pOH. So by using the simple conceptual rule that for any aqueous solution, that the value of pH and the value of pOH, the addition has a constant value and the value is 14. This significant value works only at a specific temperature 25 degree centigrade, and at the 25 degree centigrade you can use this relation for the calculation of pH. So if the pOH is 5, then we can calculate the pH from this one, and pH will be 14 minus pOH. The value is 14 minus 5 and this solution has the pH 9. Since the pH value is 9, so we can indicate the behavior of this solution, and this solution will be basic in nature. So that is how we can calculate the pH and pOH for any solution if the concentration of hydronium and the hydroxide ion is given to us. Now we are to see the another category of questions, and in this category if they provide the concentration of acid or base for the calculation of pH. So that is the category number 2nd, if the concentration of acid and base is provided. In the condition such as I am given the concentration of sulfuric acid, the concentration of sulfuric acid is 10 power minus 4 mole per liter. In this condition, if I am set to calculate the pH of this solution, so as we know that for the calculation of pH, the first thing that what I required is the concentration of hydronium ion. And here the concentration of hydronium ion is not given. We are given with the concentration of sulfuric acid. So with the help of sulfuric acid, first we are to calculate the concentration of hydronium ion, and with the help of this concentration of hydronium ion, we will be calculating the pH of the solution. So we will divide this category in 2 parts, and in the very first part we will deal with strong acids and strong bases. If the concentration of strong acid and strong base is given to you and you are asked to calculate the pH or pOH of the solution. In the second category, we will be calculating the pH of those solutions which contain weak acid or weak base. So here first we are to calculate the pH of strong acid, strong base containing solution where the concentration of hydronium ion is not provided and the concentration of acid and base is provided. So now we are to discuss the type first of that, where the concentration of strong acid and strong base is given. Such as as the question I was provided with the concentration of sulfuric acid, and the concentration of sulfuric acid is given, that's 10 power minus 4 mole per liter. And in this condition, if I am set to calculate the pH of this solution, Then for the calculation of pH, I will be requiring the concentration of hydronium ion, and that can be calculated with the help of this sulfuric acid. As we know that this sulfuric acid ionizes in its aqueous solution, and this ionization equation is like this. It provided 2 hydronium ion and 1 sulfate ion. If I talk about 1 molecule of this sulfuric acid, then this 1 molecule of sulfuric acid, it provided 2 hydronium ions. And if I take the concentration of 10⁻⁴ m sulfuric acid, then with the help of this, we can set this in the simple equation form. Since from the one molecule you get 2 hydronium ion, so from the concentration 10⁻⁴ m, the concentration of hydronium ion that you will be getting is 2 with the dividation of 1 into 10⁻⁴ m. And the concentration of hydronium ion here is, now we have the value that is 2 into 10⁻⁴ m. Now, as we have the concentration of hydronium ion for the solution, so we can use this concentration for the calculation of pH. Since pH is negative logarithm of concentration of hydronium ion, and the value is 2 into 10⁻⁴ m. By taking the log of this, we can simplify this as log 2 plus log 10⁻⁴. And as we go for the simplification of this, the minus is out of the bracket. Log 2 is 0.3010. This log 10⁻⁴, on solving it gives the value -4. Getting is -0.3. If I subtract this 4 from 0.3010, the value that I will be getting here is -3.6990, and out of the bracket I have one more minus. So the final value of pH will be positively 3.6990. That indicates that is in the presence of, that is in the acidic range. So this pH value indicates the presence of acidic substance. And by this you can calculate the pH of any solution. Such as, if I have the another example for this one, and as the next example, I am provided with the concentration of a strong base, and here the strong base is sodium hydroxide, and the concentration that is given to us is 10⁻⁻² mole per liter. If I go for the calculation of pH, then for the calculation I will be requiring the concentration of hydronium ion. That can be calculated if only the concentration of hydroxide ion is also given to us. But here the concentration of hydroxide ion is also not given. Here instead of this concentration of hydroxide ion, we are provided with the concentration of this strong base. So now we will use this strong base ionization equation for the calculation of hydroxide ion concentration. If I dissolve this sodium hydroxide in water, so by the ionization it will be providing sodium cation and hydroxide anion. Since from the one molecule of sodium hydroxide I get one hydroxide ion, so if the concentration is 10⁻⁻² m, so the concentration of hydroxide ion will be respective of this, and the concentration will be 10⁻⁻² m. From this concentration, now we can calculate the pOH of the solution. If the concentration of hydroxide ion is 10⁻⁻² mole per liter, so by taking the log of this, you will be getting the value of pOH, and the value of pOH will be 2. Since we are to calculate the pH of this solution, so at 25 degrees centigrade for the aqueous solution, the pOH and pOH, it has the addition constant, it has a constant addition value, and the value is 14. So from here you can calculate the pH of this solution, and the pH will be 14 subtracted by 2. The pH of this solution is 12. That indicates the presence of base, and here in the starting you have started with base, so this answer justifies the concentration of sodium hydroxide. So that is how we can calculate the pH and pOH for the solution if the concentration of strong acid and strong base is given to us.